on before, he could barely hear us. So,
Okay, so you're the timekeeper, so you have to sit in front of them.
oh,
So I'm going to be over here because I am not
this
important.
is like a TV table.
It is, exactly.
No kids viewing TV.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Hello. Hi.
Want to use the mic?
No, because I'm loud, and we're not technically started yet.
The
So
live
there.
live stream is going.
Oh, is it right now?
It is.
Yo,
You're live.
okay, hi. So there are note cards up here if you would like to fill out a question that you would like to ask the candidate. Please feel free. Mike will collect them. I will be sitting here. Candidates will be here. Jennifer and Kate, please take your seats. Thank you.
Jennifer makes me sound like I'm in trouble. You can call me Jenny.
It should be noted, so I just talked with Mike Powers. He had a work obligation that came up last minute here. He had planned on coming and being a Zoom or a Google Meet, and the connection where he is up north, he's in northern Michigan, is not good. So he's not able to make it, but he did say if you have questions or would like him to talk with you at all, you feel free to reach out via email or call, and he'd be more than happy to share any answers he has.
Okay, so, all right, I'll do that. Okay, hi. We're going to do this for real.
How's this thing?
Oh, mic's on? You guys got your mics on? Okay.
There you go.
Okay. I can work with them. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Heather Asiambi. I'm from the Racine County I. I am helping the district facilitate this candidate forum, which will be more like a conversation. And the reason why we're doing this is, despite the candidates running unopposed, it's still important that you hear from them before you go to the polls and cast your ballot. And what we want to do is collect questions from you. So this way, your concerns, your thoughts are being considered by the people who will be elected to run the school district. Mike is going to keep time. Basically, each candidate is going to have, we can do 2 minutes for introductions. Because, I mean, if you don't take 2 minutes, it's okay. But we'll do 2 minutes for introductions. And then we will go, we will alternate who answers first. So like Keith will go first, then Jennifer, then Keith, will go back and forth. You'll each have a minute to answer each question. Mike will signal you when you have 30 seconds left. And then he'll signal you again when your time is up. I don't know how he wants to do that, if he wants to point or throw the bottle at you, like whatever's gonna work, right? We're gonna do that, and I'm just gonna grab a note. Sorry, 1 second. I'm ill prepared. I just need to be able to keep track who answers which question first. Okay, so if your questions are ready, it's okay if you haven't finished writing all of them. If your questions are ready, please feel free to bring them up to Mike, and he'll pass them on. If we get several questions that are roughly the same topic, we're going to combine them, just because it doesn't make sense to ask the same question 5 times. So that's how that's going to work. At the end of this conversation, the candidates will each have a minute to kind of wrap up their positions each, and then we will conclude for the evening. Does that sound good? Does everybody understand the format? Okay. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so please pass your questions to Mike. Go ahead, just throw them at his desk or on the computer or whatever, and he'll...
We've got 6 so far.
Oh, okay, you want to...
Oh, wow, make that 400.
Maybe it's 10.
People in Raymond just don't care. That's what it is.
I know, they never talk, ever.
No.
Okay. All right, so Jennifer, we're going to start with you. If you want to take a couple minutes to introduce yourself.
Okay, I actually wrote something up, so I hope it doesn't go over 2 minutes. But thank you for taking the time to come here today and learn a little bit about me and my family. I grew up in Union Grove and have lived in Racine County almost all of my life. I attended UW-Platteville. I lived in Madison for a few years and started my employment when I was as little as 12, kind of working illegally, but we won't talk about that right now. In my current role, my main focus is recruiting and onboarding new representatives, and I work for Modern Woodmen of America. We're a fraternal financial services organization that was established back in 1883. I enjoy supporting the Raymond PTO and recently started getting involved in the school board a couple of years ago. Many of the residents here know my husband, Mike Wave, and my son Tanner. Mike works for Sylvia, and he was at Franksville Oil. He's been there for over 25 years. Employment that's helped me, running a business, ran restaurants most of my life, working career, treating it like it's my own business. So I've done budgeting and hiring and firing and training and accounting, stuff like that. So that's helped me quite a bit. Changed career to Coca-Cola, same thing kind of. Modern Woodmen is a fraternal benefit society. It's very holistic in planning, so I do a lot of number crunching. I'm involved with all different types of community efforts because my role as a fraternal coordinator, I impact all of Wisconsin. Last year, already. Okay, the reason I chose to pursue Raymond School Board is my passion for my family, and I have the school, teachers, and community in mind. I understand the difficulty of moving past the circumstances that put the school and the school board in the position that they're asking, and I think I can really make a difference moving forward, getting past that, moving forward. And my goal is to get open enrollment kids back.
Excellent. Thank you for that. All right, Keith.
I'm Keith Castenson. I've lived here my entire life. Went to school here. I'm married with 3 children. I've worked for an excavating and grading company for 25 years. I farm as well. We boat storage business at my home and as well as sell feed. I'm doing this because I care about, I'm also on the village board as well for the past 5 years. I'm doing this because I care about the community and I hope I can make a difference.
Okay. All right, so first question. This is going to go to Jennifer, and you have 1 minute to answer. What is your perspective on open enrollment?
I like it. I don't want it to become open enrollment, like too many kids that come in, but I do see the benefit of having the kids come in. We have many friends that are open enrolled that are all good kids. I don't know of any that are bad kids. So I like the difference in the community to have those kids be part of our sports team, stuff like that. But I also feel our biggest improvement is to get the kids that open enroll out of Raymond to get them back in. And actually through all of this and the great presentation, I think that is, what did they say, 32 kids, 37 kids? 37 kids that open enroll. If we can get even half of those to come back for next year, I think that would be a huge start to helping our budget too.
Okay, Keith?
Open enrollment, to me, I don't necessarily agree with it completely. As far as I'm concerned, the state of Wisconsin made that to fill classrooms like with the 2 or 3 students, not fill classrooms completely. So I do not agree with filling classrooms with 18 kids. So to that point, I don't agree with it. I agree some is okay, but some of the reason why people are opting not to go to Raymond School is because of too many from out of district, is my opinion.
Okay. So this question was pointed to just one candidate, but I'm going to make it for both of you. So not this school year, but last, yes, 23-24, there was a lot of discussion and some controversy about SEL curriculum, so social emotional learning. So what type of research have you done about social emotion, that's a mouthful, SEL, we're just going to cut it there, thank you, SEL, and any other curriculum to make sure that you're fully informed on the decisions that you'll be making going forward? And Keith, I'll start with you.
I've done some, and some of that is in that SEL, some of it's necessary and some is not.
Can you elaborate on that?
No.
Okay, Jennifer.
I did do some research. I did not read through all of it because I knew that it was more for my personal feeling about it. There are some things in it that I don't agree with, but most of it seemed pretty good.
And when you say you looked through it, do you mean the curriculum that the district adopted last year? Or
I
just
don't
in
know for sure.
general?
Just in general.
Okay.
Just in general, not anything one particular, not,
Okay.
and I couldn't even tell you the stuff that I agreed and disagreed with.
It's just,
I need to reevaluate.
Okay.
I need to redo it, yes.
gotcha, okay.
I do want to point out too that on our website, all of our lessons for Character Strong are on there.
Okay.
So it's all available for people if they have questions, they can contact Mrs. Martin too.
Okay, I'll say that on the,
Board members as well,
Yep.
it's all out there.
yeah, just in case people's live stream didn't hear that, because you're not Mike.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm not Mike, yes.
The SEL curriculum is available on Raymond's website, so there you go. Character Strong is the name of it. Okay, so Jennifer, we're gonna start with you. What do you feel at this point are the needs of the school district?
I guess I'm not 100% sure. I need to get on the school board and see or learn more about what their goals are, I guess, and the needs of it, and see what is most important to me. I do think getting the open enroll, I hate to repeat myself, getting the kids that open enroll out, get them back in, make conversations with the parents or the families. I also love the idea of having a community center for local people to come. You know, have a card club for people, have, I don't know, yoga, I don't know, anything like that, just something to get people here and get to know each other. I mean, everybody I meet's pretty awesome, so why not get together?
There's that Wisconsin nice thing going on.
Yeah,
that we have,
sometimes.
yeah. Keith, to you, what do you feel the top needs of the school district are?
Top needs are to figure out why we're in the predicament we are with the budget and get the school back where it should be financially.
Okay,
I would agree with that too.
all right. So, since you started talking about financial stuff, we're gonna stay there for a minute. So Keith, this question's for you first. Share your experience with managing finances and budgeting.
I operate a farm with 500 acres of tillable land. I have beef cattle. I manage that by myself. I manage a bulk storage business and also a feed business. And I was the superintendent of a construction company for 8 years. Managed 50 people and 10 dump trucks daily.
Awesome. Jennifer?
That's a lot. I have a lot of restaurant experience where I was the general manager and had to do annual budgets. You know, profit and loss was a big thing for the owners of the companies that I worked for. Now I work on budgets for our office at Modern Woodman. I have to ensure that, oh, okay, sorry.
20 seconds.
I have to ensure, I run it for Turtle, there's 134 chapters, it doesn't make sense now, but I do have to ensure that all of them are properly running their individual businesses as well, and the funding that they have for the community.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna stick with the money part, but we're gonna switch just a little bit. So what are your plans? Sorry, it took me a minute. What are your plans to how will you set priorities for Raymond School financial resources? Hold on. I'm trying to read it, but consolidate because it's long.
Just read it all.
Okay, I'm just gonna read the whole thing. All right, here we go. With unnecessary, unprecedented expenditures of nearly $1 million over district financial resources occurring in the 23-24 school year, taking out 2 loans in 2024 of $300,000 and $600,000 respectively to cover the overspending, what are your plans for Raymond School's financial resources to get back to students? Jennifer, it's your question first, so sorry, but you're the one.
No, I think that's a great question, actually. 23 and 24, I think, was a tough year for everybody. And I understand that we should figure out what happened and why we needed those loans, but I'm more focused on moving forward. That's in the past, but I know we can make changes moving forward to make it better, bringing the community together, on being more transparent, which obviously I think the school board has become more transparent. I think it's going to be tough to get us all on board together, but I think we can do it. I forgot what the question was.
No, you answered it, it's fine.
Okay.
So Keith, basically it's, what are the plans for you to make sure Raymond School's financial resources get back to focusing on students?
I myself don't know the financial details as well as I probably should, so when I figure them out, well, I'm gonna go from there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take a pause right now just to say if you have any questions that you're writing down and Mike doesn't, you don't have any questions over there?
I don't have any questions.
Okay, so if you have any other questions that you want asked, please make sure you hand them to Mike and I will retrieve them. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a two-part question. Keith, we're gonna start with you. First question is, do you believe the Raymond School District community is divided, and if so, how would you mend it?
I don't think it's divided completely. There's some division, and as far as I'm concerned, the division needs to end because that is the past and we need to move forward.
Okay, second part of the question is, what is your definition of reaching out to the community? Like, how would you make sure that the community has input into school board happenings?
Well, I know a lot of people in the village, considering I've lived here my entire life, so I have a good way of communicating with others.
Okay, Jennifer, your turn.
I've only been here 7 years, right? Yeah, 7 years. But recently being involved in the school board in the last couple of years, I do think there was a huge divide. I'm gonna differ on him. From when I started coming to the school board meetings, now I feel like we're coming back together. I hear teachers talking, there's more talking in the school when I come to visit. There's more communicating at the board meetings. I love the positive energy that I'm feeling. I've also talked to some teachers that have very positive energy, saying it's different in the school. So I think in mending, I'm an open book. Anybody can call and ask anything, I don't care.
So you answered both questions right there. All right, that worked out.
Okay.
Okay. Jennifer, this one's for you first. How will you let political influences guide your decisions?
No, I won't. I will research. I will do my own research. I have a hard time trusting things that anybody says, so I would like to know firsthand what is happening, not word of mouth, and I'll go from there.
Okay. Keith, same question.
No, I don't. I have my own thoughts, and the way I think is the way I do things, and that's always been my policy.
Okay. So Keith, this question's for you. We only have, we have 2 more questions and that's it, so this is a really quick forum, but here we are. What is your definition of transparency, and can you provide examples for what that means to you?
Is it for me or him?
Oh, I'm sorry, Keith, my bad. Sorry.
It's okay.
Say it again?
What is your definition of transparency, and can you provide examples to illustrate what that means?
I have no comments.
Okay, Jennifer?
To me, transparency is if you're asked a question and you know the answer, is to, if you choose to, I guess, talk about it. I think that comes back to the school board when they were going through the problems and the lack of transparency then, but I only came in when we were already starting to move forward. So, in the process of last year. So, I guess transparency is just being available and letting people know how you feel about things and listening to what they have to say, I guess.
Okay, so this last question is kind of serves as a conclusion,
Okay.
kind of a thing. So, we're gonna start with Keith. Why should the community have your vote?
Well, I've been on the village board for 5 years. People have seen what I do there. If you don't agree with me, that's fine, but that's my point of view on a lot of things. And I'm here for the right reasons. I'm here for the kids. That's the grand scheme of what we're here for, is the kids, and to manage a budget so everything works, and we need to get Raymond School back where it belongs.
Okay, Jennifer?
I tend to agree with him. I know that the school board and the staff is trying to move forward, and I think the more we do that, the more involvement we'll get from everybody. So we have all walks of life all together, working to make Raymond the great school that it is, just to continue moving forward.
Okay, that is probably the fastest candidate forum we've ever had. 20 minutes. on that.
Efficient.
I know.
Nobody
Efficient and
else have any
effective.
more questions?
It just, if anybody does have more questions, we'll take them, like for real.
Yeah.
Okay, like last call for alcohol. I mean, oh, there's children present. Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to read it, or do you want me to give it to you?
You can give it to me, because I'm on the mic, so. Which one? That one? Okay. Okay, so Jennifer, we'll start with you. During the May and December of 2024, the school's treasurer's report for disbursements distributed more funds than the school had available to pay bills, reporting a negative cash balance, and was approved by the board. Do you agree that it is proper to approve disbursement of more funds than what the treasurer's report indicates as being available? Why or why not?
I would, no, I don't think it's appropriate to do that, but I don't know the details of the circumstances to be able to make a decision whether it was accurate or not. I don't know. So, is it right to do it? No, but did it happen that way? I don't know.
I'm gonna have Keith answer, and then I'm gonna turn to Mike for explanation, because I also don't know enough to be able to answer, ask follow-up questions for this one, so I'm gonna ask Mike. So go ahead, Keith.
I was not on the board at the time, and I do not know what the bills paid, and we would not know that answer.
No.
Okay.
Well, Dory, I saw you were the one who had the question. He took some time before that meeting to talk with you about the negative balance. So the way it played out, the way the bills posted from December, it was really just there was money in the bank account, which was explained on the live stream for that meeting. Just the way that the bills posted, the timeline for which they posted had us appear as if it was in the red when it was not. So it was a timing issue and not an actual negative balance. We did not have at any point a balance below zero in the bank, but that's where bookkeeping comes into play, and when you put things on the books, and Pete could probably explain it better because he explained it that night as well. That's not an ideal. It also goes back to bank reconciliations. We are in the process of redoing a lot of our practices and trying to reestablish a business office with new people after we had a retirement. So part of that is getting our bank recs and our documentation in line, ready for audit, so we can have a clean audit, come July. So again, some bank reconciliations that were not completed at that time, that are now completed, would have told a different financial story. But I think, it's sometimes the things that are approved need explanation, and they don't necessarily appear on the surface as if they're, good things. A negative balance is not a good thing, but it's definitely not something that actually was happening.
All right, well, everyone, thank you for those tuning in live stream. Thanks for this, everybody who's here. Thank you, everybody who contributed questions. Thank you. These conversations are important, and that is why I never prepare questions, because I think they should always come from the people who live in the community. And honestly, in the history of ever, we have never, ever, ever had to use our own questions. So that worked out.
So early voting starts the 18th, if I recall?
Yes.
March 18th?
March 18th, it starts 2 weeks before the election day.
Absentee voting as well,
Mhm.
and then we've got April 1st, so
April 1st is
lots
election
of
day.
information on the election.
Yep,
I am
polls will be
gonna
open.
Ask for your vote too. I will
Yeah.
ask for your vote.
All
All
right?
right, well, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much,
Thank you.
everyone. Take care.